Of the more than 3.5 million people fleeing Ukraine, the Biden administration says the U.S. will welcome up to 100,000 Ukrainians and others fleeing Russia's aggression.
When they get to the United States, they will be fully legalized and eligible after 1 year of being in the United States to apply for a green card.
Actually,
But it's not so easy for some people fleeing Russian hostility.
It is a nightmare.
For Barbara Mankova, a vacation to celebrate her 15th birthday in New York City turned into an ordeal. She arrived in the U.S. with her mom Kristina on March 3rd, 2 days after a Department of Homeland Security cutoff that makes Ukrainians eligible for temporary protected status, TPS.
I'm sorry, I really respect your president, but actually it's useless.
Barbara was born in Russia. She was living with her Ukrainian mother in Moscow.
Just half a year ago.
But now they cannot go back to Russia because flights between the US and Russia are banned. They lived between Moscow and Kharkiv, Ukraine, where Kristina's parents have their primary home.
Actually, I don't know anyone who was standing here just because of the situation in Ukraine, before 1st of March.
Both, outraged by the Kremlin's violence, shared their predicament on social media. They say if they go back, their lives will be in danger.
I cannot come back because I'm afraid that after all my posts on Instagram that people say of Ukraine and just Russia is bombing, actually I can be arrested.
We've gotten hundreds of calls.
In Philadelphia, immigration attorney Ricky Palladino says the phone at his office doesn't stop ringing.
Ukrainians that are seeking ways to bring family members or loved ones into the United States.
Approximately 34,000 Ukrainians currently in the U.S. do not have an immigration status. Those could benefit from TPS. However, Palladino says the March 1st deadline is far from fixing the problem, because after that day, more Ukrainians have continuously arrived in the U.S. escaping the war.
So it makes a ton of sense for the U.S. government to figure out a way to make these people legalized or temporarily legalized.
Сережа, здравствуйте. Кристина, даю вам телефон Акселю.
Hey Sergey, how are you? It's very nice to meet you. Returning to Ukraine would be dangerous. From New York, we FaceTimed Kristina's friend Sergey. He and his wife are stuck in Kyiv.
Right now we're in the basement because right now it's a siren, and every single time whenever it's a siren, our government is saying that we have to run to the base.
Sergey, what's a day like living in Kyiv right now?
You wake up because of the siren or explosion or street fighting.
Meanwhile, this mother and daughter are stuck. If you don't qualify for TPS, what are your plans after your visa stay here expires?
I don't know. I don't know because I'm expecting, I really hope, just told the gods that the war will stop, by some miracle. I don't know.
For now, they can't use the money they have in Russian banks because of the economic sanctions. Soon, money will run out, but they say only time will tell about their future. Axel Terzius, Newsy, New York City.